Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva Ki Jai.
Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Rara Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Rara Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Gangadhara Shiva Gangadhara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Gangadhara Shiva Gangadhara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Jatadhara Shiva Jatadhara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Jatadhara Shiva Jatadhara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Someshwara Shiva Someshwara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Vishveshwara Shiva Vishveshwara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Koteshwara Shiva Koteshwara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Koteshwara Shiva Koteshwara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Gangadhara Shiva Gangadhara, Har Har Shiva Shiva, Namah Shivaya, Gangadhara Shiva Gangadhara, Har हर शिव शिव नमः शिवाय जटाधरा शिव जटाधरा हर हर शिव शिव नमः शिवाय जटाधरा शिव जटाधरा हर हर शिव शिव नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर शिव शिव नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर शिव शिव नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर शिव शिव नमः शिवाय
जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शंकर भोले सब देवों में देव निराले जय बम बम भोले जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शंकर भोले सब देवों में देव निराले जय बम बोले महादेव तूने ही तो सब देवों का संताप हरा सागर मंथन में निकला विष तूने अपने कंठ धरा महादेव तूने ही तो सब देवों का संताप हरा सागर मंथन में निकला विष तूने अपने कंठ धरा इसीलिए हर प्राणी तुझको नीलकंठ बोले सब देवों में देव निराले जय बम बम बोले जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शंकर बोले सब देवों में देव निराले जय बम बम बोले तेरे नाम अनेकों बाबा तेरी महिमा न्यारी तेरे वेद अनोखे सबसे क्या जाने संसारी तेरे नाम अनेकों बाबा तेरी महिमा न्यारी तेरे वेद अनोखे सबसे क्या जाने संसारी तू ही है कैलाशपति तू पर्वत पर डोले सब देवों में देव निराले जय बम बम बोले जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शंकर बोले सब देवों में देव तिल्ले अंबल नर राजा सिर में नादने परमेशा तिल्ले अंबल नर राजा सिर में नादने परमेशा अलगी तांडवा वावा हमें तांडवा अलगी तांडवा वावा हमें तांडवा तिल्ले अंबल नद राजा सिर में नादने परमेशा तिल्ले अंबल नद राजा सिर में नाद Achyutam kesavam Krishna Damodara Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Mon ke taane Bhagwan aake nahi tum meera ke jaise bulate nahi ved shagri ke jaise ginate nahi na yashoda ke jaise sunate nahi gopiyon ki tarah tum nachate nahi Ram Krishna ke jaise hasate nahi Achyutam kesavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Om Shri Ram Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai.
ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ. We worship the three-eyed one who is fragrant and who nourishes all. Like the cucumber is freed from the bondage of the creeper, may we be liberated from death, from mortality. Om Namo Narayanaya, the modern voice of Lord Shiva, Swami Vivekananda. In the Bhagavad Gita, the supreme divinity we refer to as Brahman manifested as Sri Krishna and gave mankind an eternal guide to living a fulfilled life. The Lord also assured us of his constant presence. Whenever there is a decay of righteousness and there is an exaltation of unrighteousness, then I myself come forth for the protection of the good, for the destruction of evildoers, for the sake of firmly establishing righteousness. I am born from age to age. Swami Vivekananda explains these verses as follows. Whenever this world of ours, on account of growth, on account of added circumstances, requires a new adjustment, a wave of power comes. And as man is acting on two planes, the spiritual and the material, waves of adjustment come on both planes. Today, when material ideas are at the height of their glory and power, today, when man is likely to forget his divine nature through his growing dependence on matter, and is likely to be reduced to a mere money-making machine, an adjustment is necessary. The voice has spoken, and the power is coming to drive away the clouds of gathering materialism. The power has been set in motion, which, at no distant date, will bring unto mankind once more the memory of its real nature. Swami Vivekananda's explanation of the Bhagavad Gita verse seems most prophetic of the challenges the world currently faces. Is Swami Vivekananda just offering commentary on the words of Sri Krishna, or are his words a reassurance from the divine that we are never alone? That we should be strong and embrace the divine, not just the complex entity that exists in the cosmos, but the divinity within each of us. Are Swami Vivekananda's words those of Lord Shiva, the mighty destroyer of illusion, ignorance, and evil? Swami Vivekananda has often been described as the modern incarnation of Lord Shiva. From his early years as a little boy, this was evident. When overly excited, the only way his dear mother was able to calm the young Narendra was to pour cold water on his head while chanting Shiva, Shiva. As time progressed, the connection between Lord Shiva and Swami Vivekananda became more evident to those around him. Once, referring to Swamiji's eyes, Swami Sharadananda said, "How can I describe those eyes?" and then remained silent. One of the disciples said, "When Swamiji slept in Balram Babu's hall, I saw that his eyelids were not fully closed. His eyes remained partly opened, like Lord Shiva's. One day, Mahapurush Sri Swami Shivananda spoke of a vision he had about Swami Vivekananda when living with Sri Ramakrishna at the Kosipur garden house. Well, a very strange phenomenon occurred while living with Swamiji at the garden house, he related. In those days, we all slept together, side by side, in a room downstairs, for we had not enough bedding worth mentioning. We had a big mosquito curtain, which we put up, and all took shelter under it. One night, I slept near Swamiji. There were Shashi Maharaj, Swami Ramakrishnananda, and some others as well. Suddenly, I woke up to find the inside of the whole curtain flooded with a brilliant light. Swamiji had been by my side, but now I could not find him there. Instead, there slept a number of Shivas, all of the age of 7 or 8 years, without clothes and white in color, and their heads covered with matted hair. It was the light emanating from these bodies that lit up the place. As I looked on, I was dumbfounded at the sight. I could not understand anything at first. I thought it was a hallucination. So I rubbed my eyes and again looked at it. There slept Shivas, sure enough, just as before. So I was in a fix, and I sat up in wonder. I did not lie down again. Besides, I was afraid that I might touch them with my feet unconsciously during my sleep. So I spent the whole night in meditation. When the day dawned, I found Swamiji sleeping just as before. When I told him everything, he laughed heartily. Long afterwards, while reading a hymn to Vireshwara Shiva, I discovered the mantra about meditation on him that contained a description just like that, and then I knew that my vision was quite true. Swamiji was nothing but that in reality. He was born as a part of that Shiva, and that's what I saw. Vivek means wisdom, distinction, and discrimination. Lord Shiva is the Lord of discrimination. Surrounded by the wilderness and beasts, he is always calm. He is the Lord of wisdom and knowledge, for he is the destroyer of ignorance. Lord Shiva is most commonly depicted cross-legged and in a deep, blissful meditation. Swami Vivekananda destroyed ignorance when he carried the teachings of Vedanta to the West and indeed to the rest of the world. He too is often depicted in deep meditation with a blissful aura permeating from him. Shiva is fierce and bold. He dances the Tandava. He wears serpents as ornaments. He drinks poison to save the cosmos and carries all the waters of the mighty Ganga on his head. Swami Vivekananda lived a life of fierce courage and determination, and this is the message he propagated to all. Be strong, be bold, and have faith. Faith in the divinity within. When Swami Vivekananda was asked to speak at the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago, he went to the Holy Mother and sought her blessings before making the decision. Alone in a foreign land with different cultural beliefs, practices, fashion, technology, and lifestyles, Swamiji spent days and nights hungry. Even Swamiji's monastic garbs were a source of ridicule for the Westerners. Here again, one is reminded of the tale of Lord Shiva and his wedding procession to Mother Parvati. Lord Shiva was dressed in his animal skins, a snake around his neck, riding Nandi the bull, and accompanied by many other beasts and wild creatures over which he holds dominion. Those who saw him mocked him and ridiculed him without understanding his true nature and power. Like Lord Shiva, Swamiji was determined and strong. He had a purpose to fulfill and he would achieve it. Swamiji met many sponsors and well-wishers in America, and when he addressed thousands in Chicago, his bold opening words won the attention and hearts of all that were present. Swamiji said while in Chicago, "Hear ye, children of immortal bliss, I have found the Ancient One who is beyond all darkness, all delusion. Knowing Him alone, you shall be saved from death over again. Children of immortal bliss, what a sweet, hopeful name. You are the children of God, the sharers of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. You divinities on earth, sinners, it is a sin to call a man so. It is a standing libel on human nature. Come up, O lions, and shake off the delusion that you are sheep. You are souls immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. You are not matter, you are not bodies. Matter is your servant, not you the servant of matter. Thus it is that the Vedas proclaim not a dreadful combination of unforgiving laws, not an endless prison of cause and effect, but that at the head of all these laws, in and through every particle of matter and force, stands one, by whose command the wind blows, the fire burns, the clouds rain, and death stalks upon the earth. And what is His nature? He is everywhere, the pure and the formless one, the Almighty and the All-Merciful. Thou art our Father, Thou art our Mother, Thou art our beloved friend, Thou art the source of all strength. Give us strength. You are He that bears the burdens of the universe. Help me bear the little burden of this life. Thus sang the rishis of the Vedas. And how to worship Him? Through love. He is to be worshipped as the one beloved, dearer than everything in this and the next life. Swamiji's words were as relevant in Chicago in 1893 as they are now. The challenges that we face may be different, but the message still rings true. Swami Vivekananda, the modern incarnation of Lord Shiva, has provided mankind with new words to understand, imbibe, and live by. We all know the troubles and difficulties the world faces, for we live in it every day. Social distancing, face masks, constant sanitation, these have become part of those daily routines. All around us, people we know and care for are getting ill despite every effort to be safe. But this is no time to fear and to give way to sadness, pity, and hopelessness. It is a time to focus on the positives and be grateful for all we are and all we have and the lessons we are to learn. Swamiji says, strength is life, weakness is death, expansion is life, contraction is death, love is life, hatred is death. The churning of the ocean never stops. It is a continuous process by which all good things manifest, but there is always residual waste or negativity that remains. But why should we be afraid? For Lord Shiva, Nilkantha, is there to protect us and drink whatever poisons may arise. Swamiji says, anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject as poison. The only religion that ought to be taught is the religion of fearlessness. Either in this world or in the world of religion, it is true that fear is the sure cause of degradation and sin. It is fear that brings misery, fear that brings death, fear that breeds evil, and what causes fear? Ignorance of our own nature. Have faith in yourselves, manifest the divinity within you, and everything will be harmoniously arranged around it. Hari Om Tat Sat.
जगना पालनहार हो जगना पालनहार मने तारो एक सहारो छे
जगना पालनहार मने तारो एक सहारो छे
तने पारी रयो पुकार हो वाला तन पारी रयो पुकार
Narayanaya, dear sisters and brothers. On this very blessed and auspicious morning, we pray to Lord Shiva to bless us. Just as the morning sun rises and dispels the darkness, O Lord, please dispel the darkness of ignorance in us and bless us with knowledge and devotion. We have taken refuge in you. Please help us to overcome all our challenges. May we be inspired to chant your sweet names always. O compassionate Lord, please shower your grace upon the whole world. May all those that come to you feel the power of your blessings. May the whole world be blessed over and over again. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Om Jaya Ganga Hara Shiva Jaya Girijadisha Shiva Jaya Gauri Nata Tvam Mam Palaya Nityam Tvam Mam Palaya Shambho Kripaya Jagadisha Om Hara 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 Mahadev Satya Sanatana Sundar Shiva Sabke Swami Hara Shiva Sabke Swami Avikari Avinashi Avikari Avinashi Aja Antarayami Om Hara 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 Mahadev Adi Ananta Anamaya Akala Kalanari Shiva Akala Kalanari Amala Arupa Agochar Amala Arupa Agochar Avichala Agahari Om Hara 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 Mahadev Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Tum Trimurti Dhari Shiva Tum Trimurti Dhari Karta Bharta Dharta Karta Bharta Dharta Tumari Sanhari Om Hara 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 Mahadev Satchita Ananda Rasamaya Karunamaya Data Shiva Karunamaya Data Prema Shudhanidhi Priyatam Prema Shudhanidhi Priyatam Akila Vishwatrata Om Hara 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 Mahadev Mama Ati Dina Dayamaya Charana Sharana Vijay Shiva Charana Sharana Vijay Sab Vidhi Nirmala Mati Kar Sab Vidhi Nirmala Mati Kar Apana Tarini Jai Om Hara 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 Mahadev Om Jaya Gangahara Hara Shiva Jaya Girijadisha Shiva Jaya Gauri Nata Tvam Mam Palaya Nityam Tvam Mam Palaya Shambho Kripaya Jagadisha Om Hara 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 Mahadev 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 मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनोहरि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ॐ तत्सत्
जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय, महामाई की जय, स्वामी जी महाराज की जय, गंगा मात की जय, महावीर स्वामी जी की जय, सर्व ऋषि मुनियों की जय, पार्वती पतये हर हर महा